Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is a beautiful scenery that everyone on the earth would love to be there and won't have to worry about wars and killing everything that's bad in this world. Enjoy life on earth forever. As a Jehovah Witness, I was growing up. I was taught that Jehovah Witnesses were special. They was God's chosen people. After coming out of Watchtower's teaching, I found out that Bible students has the same similar teaching, same message, and same lies as Jehovah Witnesses. But Bible students do recognize one thing, that Jehovah Witnesses left their teaching. That is, the Jews are still God's chosen people. Remember John Lennon when he wrote one of the most beautiful songs that I was inspired of this song. And this song is about God's chosen people. But Jehovah's Witnesses could use this song for them. But at the end of the song, I got a couple of questions to ask. So let's go ahead, play this, and go from there.
Imagine yourselves driving with your family, being targeted by rocks, which ruin the lives of many. Imagine a nightmare of terrorists penetrating your house in the middle of the night, slaughtering your family. Imagine missiles exploding in your city on a regular basis, killing innocent civilians, and yourselves running for shelter each time you hear. Imagine murderers digging tunnels under your house to butcher you, zealots eliminating their time and money to destroy you, rather improving their own lives. Can you imagine? Imagine a tiny country, only 14,000 square miles, surrounded by 22 hostile countries. Imagine all ruthless terror groups in your region had only one thing in common: you, eliminated. Imagine a country 70 times bigger than you, racing for nuclear capacity with a constant vow of annihilating you. Never again. No. And imagine a self-righteous, hypocrite world condemning you when trying to protect yourselves from another genocidal threat. Imagine this was reality. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope one day you'll join us, and the world will live as one.
Jehovah's Witnesses, can you imagine in your mind that God never turned his back on the Jews, and you wake up one day like we did and find out Jehovah's Witnesses are not God's chosen people, and the Jews are the ones being persecuted by many countries that wants to wipe them off the map? Jerusalem, Israel, just a small little speck to all their enemies in all the countries all over the world. Everybody is trying to destroy them for being who they are. They have people digging tunnels, trying to come up and to ambush their people. Well, not their people, but the Jews and their people. They have missiles, everything shooting at them. All they want to do is live in peace with the whole entire world. But the world wants them dead. Tell me, Jehovah's Witnesses, how can you say you are being persecuted when you are not? The persecution that you go through is what your governing body put in your mind about the blood transfusion and many false doctrines to program you to think you are God's chosen people by putting obstacles in front of you that is different from other religions' teaching to make you think you're righteous. Judge Rutherford was smart. He knew the Bible students was not going to recognize him when he stepped in to take Charles T. Russell's shoes. So he had to form a new group, and those group could not have the same name as Bible students. So he invented the name Jehovah's Witnesses, and from the scripture that he used, he misused that scripture to form a new name, new people, to separate them from the Bible students' name. And no, there was no other religions out there was called Bible students. Other religions was called what they was called. Bible students still have their name. And they still, on the internet, call themselves Bible students. So Jehovah says, you did break away from Charles T. Russell's teaching to become God's chosen people and abandoned the real ones, the Jews, who still are God's chosen people. And they are the ones being persecuted for all these years because they broke away from God and Christ. And now, by the Bible, they have returned to their homeland, and they are there to stay forever. Because God said, when I bring them back, they will not be kicked out again. But that doesn't sound like Jehovah's Witnesses. They have never been kicked out of New York or their headquarters. They decided to move it. So they can't be God's chosen people by the Bible. This thing of killing the Jews is severe. And all these people shouting to kill the Jews. And this brother did make this video, and he did a real good job showing, no shadow of a doubt, they are God's chosen people. They are the ones being persecuted, and they are the ones that's returning to their homeland, the land that God promised Abraham that his seed would take that land, and that land will be theirs. And one day, that little bitty land will be theirs again, 100%. So if you are a Jehovah's Witness watching this video, remember one thing. When you're dying on the operating table because of no blood, the Jews are donating blood to any person that needs it. They have more heart for God's chosen people. They are God's chosen people to help even people like us. By the Bible, we are called Gentiles, to give us their blood. Jehovah's Witnesses, how many times you gave your blood to save a life when you call yourself God's chosen people? Something to think about. Thank you and have a nice day.